Hi, I'm Shelby Bonney, and I'm the host of the Technology for Obama Innovator Series. We're here with Jon Bischke, serial entrepreneur and the founder of Entelo. I want to spend a little bit of time on innovation. I mean, you have started 5 companies, certainly been a great innovator yourself. And what do you think when you look at innovation? What are the necessary characteristics that kind of make it work?
Yeah, I think the number one thing, and I've seen this moving to Silicon Valley and seen the ecosystem here around innovation, is that you have to have people with the right skills. And so as somebody who started a number of technology companies, the only way that I've been able to do what I've done is by being able to hire engineers and other people with a deep background in technology. So I think that first and foremost, we need a culture of innovation, of technology, of this right skills to be able to empower all these other companies to grow. I think secondly, we need a culture that allows for risk taking. And I think this is one of the things that makes Silicon Valley and America special, is that ability to say, I want to go out and I want to strike out on my own, create my own business. And this goes all the way back for hundreds of years and the gold rush and everything. And I think that when you have that culture of innovation, culture of risk taking, you allow amazing things to happen.
And it's an acceptance of failure.
It is,
kind of
absolutely.
The flip side of that.
Absolutely. In other parts around the world, if you strike out on your own and you fail, you can't do it again. And in America, people look at you and say, kudos for trying, here's some more money, get back in the ring, start again.
So when you founding a bunch of companies, how does it happen? Is it, are you sitting there kind of, in your office and kind of ding, ding, new idea? Or is it, is it something that kind of percolates in your brain for a period of time? Is it something you do with a group of people? Where have your ideas come from?
Typically for me, it's been looking for a problem that I want to solve. So with my company before Entelo, we were in the education space, and I really was trying to figure out, how do you empower people around the world to be able to teach and to learn based on what they know? And so we created a platform that allowed teachers and students to connect online. And for me, that's really what drives me at the end of the day, is to look out and say, okay, here's a problem in society, or here's a problem that personally I'm having. How do I build something to allow people to basically solve that problem?
So tell me the story in Entelo. How'd that idea come
Yeah,
about?
well, again, another problem that I thought was worth solving. So I talked to hundreds of friends of mine who run companies or are execs at technology companies, and they always complained about how hard it was to hire people. And so my feeling was I can try to help each one of you individually, or let me see if I can build a platform that actually helps all of you. And so the kind of fundamental foundation for Entelo was, how do we allow the world's fastest growth companies to better hire, to better recruit top talent? And that's been our driving motto from day one.
And how do you think, being that you've been in kind of the education and the talent business, how do you think about the importance of location? I mean, do you believe that you can have a workforce spread out over either the U.S. or the world, or do you think it's important to kind of have a home office, or how do you deal with kind of people management?
Yeah, it's a great question. I actually think it's both. So my last company, we were actually completely remote. So we had
totally virtual.
Totally virtual, yep. And our engineers would program together. They'd hop on Skype. They'd have a back channel. They'd just talk all day long together. My new company, we're all in the same building. And I think that you can do either one. I personally have more fun when I'm face-to-face with the people that I'm working with, but I think you can do it either way. And there have been some incredible success stories in the last 5 or 6 years of companies that have been completely virtual and have scaled to $1 billion plus valuations. So I think there's more proof points in the market now that you can actually scale a virtual model.
We're going to spend a little time in the next segment talking about some of the lessons you've learned from the business world.
Great,
so
I'm looking forward to it.